8:40 p.m. in India. Today we'll have our weekly session number 236. And the topic of discussion today is family dynamics and karmic account settlement. So we'll understand that importance or significance of each relation, what the purpose, what should be our role, both practically, logically, and spiritually. And then what is the ultimate goal of everything in our so-called life, our householders. As we know that we are all householders, so our path is householder spirituality. So this is a very important topic to understand. So, and these questions, queries has been posted by Ganesh Babu. Ganesh, you are here?
Yes, Guruji. I'm available.
Okay. All right, great. So all these questions, I have just added the points so that we can easy to discuss point by point. Okay. Otherwise, these questions are your same, but just instead of bullet points, I make it a numbers so that we can say which number we are in and so on and so forth. Okay.
Sure, Guruji.
So yes, so go ahead with your first question, as the point number 1 what I have given in the group. So go ahead with that first.
First of all, thank you, Guruji. Pranam. The first question is, we were born in family and live along with family. Follow the spirituality to attain moksha. To attain moksha, understanding is one need to settle all his or her karma in this lifetime.
Okay, right. So just let me give you the background of the whole thing. Then it will bring a context so that this understand this when I will explain you the responses, individual responses, it will be clear. First, let us understand the truth. What is the truth here? How we take birth, who become our family, and there's general questions and as such. In general, so all of us, we chosen before birth at the soul level that we will incarnate on planet Earth and having certain kind of experiences. Or we can choose something that what experience we didn't have or like to, get more means deeper understanding of many things of our own lives through relationships. And so on that sense, before we take birth, on soul level, it is decided by us only. It is not imposed on us. We don't have to. Different soul, it's called soul group. So as a group, we decide that who will play which role, who will take birth when, and then how we'll meet, or if it is a close relative, then it will be the same family, and that's how we meet. And how long we will stay, and what are the purposes of that experience. Suppose that experience is that we want to have the brotherly relations with someone. So that person will take birth as my brother, and I can choose which type of brother. I'm the elder or younger and all those kind of things. Age difference and different kind of interest. And what are the things we try to learn here? So accordingly, we will take birth. And then this kind of family environment will happen. And then we'll have a free will to choose choices we'll make, and that will give us the experience. So that is the thing. So this is equally true for, we choose our parents as well, the family, the country, the home, etc. What is the financial background? What is the ancestral background, all are known before we take birth here. So if there is something, some have very flourishing family, and we choose to take birth, by knowingly we do that. If some family is struggling and they're not well to do and a lot of troubles, we choose them as well. So to have our own things, to meet our own objectives of the soul's learning lessons. So not everything is possible if in the family wise it's going fine. So in that sense, if there is a problem in the family, we choose the problem before we come. Knowingly that family has a problem, we take birth there and then we do it. Then, of course, it will be like the time and the time in the history and the country we choose, the social background we choose, and the family background we choose, and our own capacity, how we take birth, and what should be the gender, and what will be our capacity, mental and physical capacity. We may choose to not to be very intelligent, or we can choose not be full human being. Maybe we are we choose to be what is called disability. We can choose our own before we take birth. If there is accordingly, we have to have that kind of experiences. Anyway, the thing is, everything we choose before we come, and then we take birth, and so that we can have the different kinds of understanding. If we have to have some kind of romantic relationship, or the close partnership relationship, then we choose that soul as our spouse, and then they're born in the different family and normally, and then the alliance takes place and or we meet and things like that. So those are all drama, what plays out here, but it is all chosen by us. Which role we'll play will be chosen. It is just like, suppose there is a movie production is there, so they need to have a storyline, and different people they select for the different roles. Not everybody is hero and heroine. There are a lot of other roles that they are side roles, side characters, and many other things, long role, short role, and they choose and they agree, and then the production takes place. So when they put their time and effort to make it happen, that particular movie. Same here. Same. We choose which role we are going to play and who will enter when, and what will be the sequence of events, or what will be the situations that we have to undergo. And then accordingly, the outcome will be there. So this background I'm saying because from the soul point of view, it is just a means to have an experience. So certain kind of experience, as at the soul level, there is no duality. So there is no good and bad. Everything are experiences only. We judge them, it's a good experience, bad experience. Suppose we experience some premature death in the family. One family member dies, not in the normal age, maybe much earlier, maybe some accidental death or something of that nature. Those are all part of our learning lessons, how we cope with it, how we can manage it, who takes what role to cover that, and things like that. So, and similarly, many other things, even our own children, they are also born with their thing. Sometimes it is not necessarily we teach the children. Sometimes children teaches us by way they're born in the family, to teach their like elders and forefathers even. So that is the kind of thing. And they also choose a different type of things. It is not our logical thing. You might have heard sometimes happen that child death is after birth, very young age is leaving the body. So definitely that child doesn't have any karma in this life, of course. So it is not any kind of punishment given to the child. So what is the purpose then? Purpose is to teach others. Maybe there is some discord, disharmony in the family. By that child death, the family become together and then become unite, and that's how they contribute to the family. And that is how. Anyway, so this is the background. So we choose which role we need to play, because that depends upon our own personal experience. What do I like to have through this lifetime? So we choose that particular roles and things like that, and accordingly these are plays out. So this is the fundamental background of this. Now let me come to, before I go to exact questions. So is it happening? Question is it happening for the first time? In the first time we are all, taking birth as relatives? We choose soul level, fine. But is it the first time? No. Many other lifetimes we have chosen. It is normally seen. We had this group has many other lifetimes, maybe different roles. Roles can change, gender can change. And of course, it is a different historical time, or maybe another country, etc., etc. So during that process, so if there is anything which is not settled, like we promised something but we didn't do, but we have not done our duty, or somebody else's right, we have taken it to ourselves, we grabbed somebody else's due, or things like that, or we mistreated somebody unduly, with our selfish motives, etc., etc., then to that concerned family member, we bind karma. That account is opened. So when the account is opened, and if we don't complete in that lifetime, so we have to come again to another lifetime to settle that. So that's it. So most of our close relatives, like parents or siblings or the spouses and our own children, almost certainly we had earlier karmic connection with them, earlier lives with something connection. So basically this life has been created to repay that, to settle that, both in good way and in not so good way. Means we have done some harm to them. This time we have to suffer through them. And if we have done good things to them in earlier some lifetime, then in this life we'll enjoy good relationships and help from them and things like that, so that they also get a chance to repay the debt. That is the idea. All right. So this is how it is. It is being developed and it forms, and this is how it plays out. Now let me come to the last part, that about your moksha and spirituality part of it. So far I have explained that how it starts, who become our close relatives or family or even friends. And who will be and what is the purpose they take birth, and why there are some issues with them, and what is the overall purpose to have this kind of relationship. That is one. That the soul wants to have experience of different things. So, and if there is something, it is also possible there is no karmic background. You just need to have certain experience as per soul's plan. So in that sense, you can, means in general, you can understand it this way. Any given point of time, our life is governed by two things. One is our soul's plan, and another is our karmic, karmic account transactions, I should say. Means whether it's credit or debit, it depends. Both together becomes our life. So not necessarily all the karmic thing we get comes from the previous lifetime. Some of the things we might have in this lifetime, they also come into play in some later part of our life. It's very common. From the same person, we have to face some kind of consequences, something like that. So any given point of time, anything happens, either it is your soul's plan before you are taken birth, they agreed to have this kind of experience, or it is developed due to some karmic entanglements, and that is giving now result. Karma phal, it is now giving. Whether good and bad depends what type of seed has been sowed. That's it. Okay. Anyway, so these are the two things. These two possibilities. All this karmic thing, and this only ends, that the karmic chapter closes once one get enlightened in this lifetime. Then all karmic files are closed. If you take it in the other way around, if somebody is, suppose, ready for enlightenment in that particular lifetime, then it is reversely, it also happens, lot of karmic things come for the closure. Means that person will get opportunity to close the files in the earlier part of his or her life, so that he is ready for this kind of thing, like enlightenment. They get guidance from the masters, and somebody, the Guru Mandala sent some representative, that guidance has been given. They have to say yes and go follow and then finish. That's it. So this is how it takes place. And so far as moksha is, that's called enlightenment with a living body. Moksha is the end of the soul's journey. That is a little bit away, but let us assume the by moksha you mean the enlightenment, what is happening in the living body. So who will get the enlightened, who will not get the enlightenment, depends upon their individual sadhana. So if I'm in the family, then I have to do my part first. My part first means how it starts. It starts with the karma yoga. There are 5 steps to enlightenment and beyond in the living body. So, and those 5 steps in the sequence it come in our lives. First is the karma yoga, then kriya yoga, then dhyan yoga, gyan yoga, then bhakti yoga. Here in this relationship and family matters, particularly the karma yoga part is important, because that is where we get to start with. So if we choose after soul's plan, etc., if we are trying to, with our conscious effort, free will, we try to behave and act in a certain way that our past karmic files are getting closed and we are not developing any new karma. Just be honest, be doing the duty, and we are not doing selfish motives. We are helping people and we are donating and we are doing good, serving others and things like that. We are doing our duty. Then our karmic, karma yoga, that part, we can say the that exam we are passing, the karma yoga exam. And because the whole family is giving us that opportunity to do the service, to do the karma. Suppose we have started a family, you have to earn our own money. I cannot sit back home and thinking that somebody will feed me. That is not the thing. You have to earn. You have to work, you have to learn, you have to earn, and you have to take care of others and things like that. And you have to do all the duty to the elders. You have to take care of them at the old age, or have to, whoever is your children, you have to make sure they are studying, etc., etc. Whatever is the normal our family householders' duties that you are doing all. When you do all your duties to the best of your ability, I'm not saying everywhere you need to be great and and you have to be top and the number one. I'm not saying that. It's just doing your normal duty without failing any part of it, without neglecting any part of it. You are serious. Why you are serious, that doesn't matter. Whether you are doing it because you like to do, or you love to do, or you have to do because otherwise your family will criticize you, they will demand you, or you are a God-fearing person, you think if you don't do your duty, God will punish you. Doesn't matter, but what is your idea? But eventually, if you do all your duties to the extent possible, I'm not saying you have to be best. All possible ways and means, if the choice comes, you have to choose to serve your family, choose to take care of your family, choose to feed your family, and all this kind of thing. If you choose by your free will, then you are done your karma yoga part very well. So then in that sense, the divine will send somebody who will be your guru, and they will come and they will offer you to some spiritual knowledge or teaching and all, maybe some technique they will teach you, that is Kriya Yoga. So the Kriya Yoga will enter in your life through that path. You need not to find the Guru, Guru will find you, or Guru Mandala will find you. Guru knows everything when you are ready. If you are ready, they will send you. So if some Guru appears in your life, you understand that your karmic part is getting over. So your means karma yoga part, not karmic, karma yoga part is getting over. There's some new karma can come in, but you will be guided, you will be given by the help and support and understanding or awareness by the guru, so that even if you have to face something in your life, you will be guided, you will be protected and things like that. Because why I'm saying that, why it doesn't disappear, all those things, why you still have to face the trouble, the reason is, if you have been if this is your last life, enlightenment happens, this will be your last life, so you need to close all the accounts yourself. Nobody else can do it on your behalf. What can happen, it will simply go to the next life or the life after if you don't complete it here. But enlightenment means there is no further life. So there is no question of, being able to settle in future lives. So you can say in that way, all are coming together and it is offered to you for closure. That's why you can also see sometimes, after you start the spirituality, your problem has increased. Yeah, there is a tendency of doing that. So people get confused that I'm not harming anyone. I'm following my guru's teaching, and why my problems have increased rather. The reason is this: they are coming in front of you for closure. Now you have not only that opportunity to close them in a very short duration of time, maybe 10 karmic accounts you are closing, then of course it will rattle you, it will shake your, how you deal with them and things like that. But you will be guided, you will be governed, not governed, you will be supported by the spiritual, the masters and things like that. So even though something happened which is not so good, but still you will be given guidance, understanding, and the energy and that thing to get over it, not to run away from it, neither to get, dropped from when you were suppressed by it. You will be given all the necessary knowledge, understanding, and energy and power to overcome these things. So it will be over. Nothing stays forever. Yeah. So anyway, but you have to pass through that, so that the purpose is you complete all your karmic thing, and then you go to the next part, like a kriya, and then the dhyan yoga will come. Through dhyan yoga, you will then expand your awareness, your full mind control and things like that. Enlightenment will happen. And then other 2 steps, Gyan yoga will start. You can download a universal knowledge and communication with the higher dimensional masters and so on and so forth. And then so that after enlightenment, there is, once everything, Gyan yoga is complete, all the knowledge you gain, then last thing will be bhakti yoga. You spend your life in bhakti yoga. And then that will further your soul journey going towards the moksha. So that is the thing. You have nothing left. You need not to come back. You need not to take any turn towards the planet Earth. You can, no need to take further path. You can go towards that with the purity. So you go towards the purity. So this is the background and the story of this family and the purpose and what is householder spirituality means. We don't run away from the family. We be in the family. And then with all its, pros and cons, means there are a lot of duty, lot of struggle, a lot of things, lot of opinions you have to face. It is like, say, Jal Kamal Vat Jivan. Like Ramakrishna Paramahansa said that you will be, you are born in a mud and you grow in a mud. But even that, like lotus, it doesn't allow any, drop of water to touch its petals. Same way we have to live our life. Not relocating somewhere, same thing, mud. Same. It has been there, we born there, we grow there, but nothing can touch us. That is the way that we need to learn, to make ourselves pure internally, not, trying to get clean of all other things and all over the world or our society cleansing. That is not our duty. Everything has a purpose. With awareness, we understand that later on. So it is not our duty to make all the injustices things and make everything right, what we think right, so then try to impose that right to others and all those things. That is not our job. Like Mahatma Gandhi says that whatever you need to see in the world, and you start with yourself. And exactly that is the whole, the spirituality is all about. It is about your own purification. Yeah, it is society, etc. They are just helping you to go to that direction. It is not your duty to clean the society or kill all the criminals or all the bad people and all those things. That is not your duty. Through that you learn, because learn and then you grow from there, your own. Then you come to a stage where not only you can help others who are suffering similar way. Like they have not done anything wrong, but they are still suffering. You can help them, to empower them through knowledge and things like that. So that will run in parallel, because by the time you will lose all the interest of the external world. And once upon a time, I also come to realization, initially everything was going fine and nice and all. I used to do a lot of, parties and all. Those people who have seen me 30 years earlier, they know. So all top of the 5-star hotel parties and, discotheque and, dance floor and whatnot, and the topmost classic that drinks alcohol. So then when the rebuff came, it started happening the opposite way. Nothing is working. Completely disillusioned about the external world. And then I realized, bahar kuch nahi rakha hai. There is nothing outside. The happiness, the joy, so-called success, whatever I was looking for in the external world, nothing. Even if it come for glimpses, but it didn't stay, of course, because that is not the nature of those things. But when we almost lost everything, then we start searching for something and which is permanent, which will never go. And what is the meaning of life? Then we landed up in spirituality. And then we didn't get whatever earlier I was thinking I will get. But what we get is 100 times more pure joy and all. Now, really, you don't need those things. They lose their power to control me. Because you are just connected and so much divine grace has happened. So we say Guru Kripa, that happened, that you don't really need them. Things will come and go. People are coming with a different interest in these things and all those things. Many people are doing up their parts and they're trying whatever their education, whatever their life, time, effort, influence, all they're using to accumulate something, wealth or something or other. But or controlling other people, even their family members and all those kind of things. End of the day, what will happen to them? What will happen? Yeah. No matter how smart you are, how powerful you are, you have to leave everything here one day. And that time, only your karma will go with you, nothing else. I call it karmas are spiritual bank balance. So enlightenment is the end of karma. I'm talking before that. In the lifetime after lifetime, you have, if you see, I have seen my minimum 70 lifetimes. Out of 700, we have past lives. I've seen how karma is being shifted from one life to another. Even there are some patterns and running lifetime after lifetime, same pattern, same mistake. Yeah, all those things. So it took so many suffering in the life ultimately to come to that kind of realization. And then when you start searching for it honestly, passionately, it clicks. Same here. Okay. All right. Anyway, I think this is the background. So now I'll go to the specific questions and briefly answer each and every point, giving this as a background. Okay. Ganesh?
Yes, Guruji.
All right. So next question.
Next question. In family, one would be son, daughter, father, or mother, or grandfather, or grandmother, friends to someone. In each stage, we are debt to someone in family.
Debt?
Debt. We debt to them because, one way or other way, we are taking, what do you call? We create some depth with them, right? Because they are helping
you.
How
deep will be our relationship?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, we create some depth with them right now, Guruji. In terms of
Mhm.
family relationships, also one
Mhm.
another is dependent on another in every stages. How to
Mhm.
deal with that depth? What we create in each situation.
Okay. Yeah. See, actually, one is practical answer, it is spiritual answer. Let me give the spiritual answer first. Okay. What spiritually we need to do, we need to detach from the lower level, like a practical level, like a incarnation level, physical level, detach and connect at the soul level. So it is, we have to basically develop detached attachment. Why we need to attach to the soul level? Because there is no confusion there. There is no self-interest and things that the ego is not there. Okay. So if we establish that, that becomes our loving connection with everyone. Lower level connection you have to detach, because more you get into that, then it will be the basically tussle of ego and thing like that. Yeah, give and take. So if you get bogged down into it, maybe the higher level connection will not develop. So it will be strategy wise, it will be best if you leave the lower part or ignore lower part and just establish the higher level connection and the deep loving bond. And then you see like a lower level connection, you are basically will be like a witness. Like me and you, all these things will go. You just be the witness, and that is the best way possible for any kind of depth it can take you to any relationships. Because you are not demanding anything, or give and take businesses are not there. It doesn't matter who the person is. It can be parents or grandparents or the children or spouse or anyone. Yeah, this is the final. This is the thing. And spiritual way. Another thing is to understand that we come here, even though it is sounds contradictory, but it is the truth. And that is what I realized. All the relationships in our common understanding, relationship give and take, the two parties involved. But here we come here to learn the relationship lessons, how to give, not to take. That is the lesson we come here to learn. How much you can give through any relationships. Based on that, your ultimate success, the goal of that particular relation depends. So if we don't have expectation of anything in return from that, you elevate that level. Then other person cannot control you, because you just come to give. And that giving is the what I mentioned earlier, that you do your duty, no matter how much you are getting. Suppose I need to do duty for my father. I will not say how much property my father will left when he dies, or how much money he has and what are the things he can give me, and how, or how much, maybe he's a famous person, then how much, his goodwill I can earn, and we will not have all those kind of things. We'll do because he is my father and it is my duty to serve him and take care of him, and or initially take his advice, etc. If I do my duty and that part is there, it is so I have done my duty. It doesn't matter whether father needs it or he demands it or he has given me something, not given me something. What he did in his lifetime, how much famous he is, how much rich he is, all that doesn't matter. All become immaterial. So this is how we will approach that. So lower level, it is if you just, without understanding all the depth, you just do your duty and finish it off. You did your part. So you are free from that, whatever the relationship is supposed to get, because you are not demanding anything. It will be all clear. Yeah? And the next level is soul level. You would establish loving connection. That will go to lifetime after lifetime, because this soul wise, it will be this bonding will be there, and both of you will be, even the anyone or both of them leave the body, but still they will be very lovingly connected. Nego, you raised your hands earlier. You have any question?
No, Rasip, actually, it is clear now. Actually, he was talking about the depth. DEBT, debt. Because that question part, I think, is not properly addressed. That do we leave any? I mean, this what do you call debt? Like I have taken something from my sister. The love I have taken from my sister. Whether in the next life I'll have to pay it back. That kind of debt, I think Ganesh was mentioning.
Oh, debt.
Debt. Yeah. That's what I was also mentioning, Guruji.
Oh, I see.
My following, my following question very detailedly, I'm asking the same for better understanding. Actually, in the family relationship, we are one or other way, we are giving and taking, right? So when we taking, we become debt to that to settle as a karmic account. So how to deal with it? That is what that debt I meant.
Oh, debt. Okay. So now let us come to discuss only on the debt part of it. Yeah? See, it is all about the energy balance. Again, I'm giving the spiritual perspective of it. Nothing is called debt or nothing is called paid back if it is all about, it is all agreed, what we call, it is agreed and given with love and gratitude. There is no transaction involved. Like if I have been maybe my sister lovingly done something for me and I accepted gratefully, this is not called debt. It is that particular aspects, it is a karma free activities. I also take care wherever, my maybe younger sister, I take care of her, love her, given her support and whatever as and when it is needed. So these kind of things are not debt. I have just played my role as a brother and my sister played her role as a sister. There is no debt here. There is no transaction. Will be enriched by experience by both, right? Because we have come here for the experience of our soul, come here to experience it. So if maybe my sister helped me by something, okay, in the physical level, like maybe she has given, I was in trouble, she has, given me some money or, something. Or she may say, okay, you use my part of the property and I'm giving you, you accept it gracefully. It is not that, it is not transaction. It is that these kind of things, the physical level, hardly things are used to express the gratitude or goodwill or something. So in this case, what happens? Both get enriched by that experience. So don't think the good thing is always you have to give, not necessarily. If somebody has given you wholeheartedly, accepting it gracefully is also your duty to receive it gracefully. So in that case, so it depends upon, main thing is that it depends upon the intention of the persons who are involved, both. It doesn't matter how much actually physically, how much is given or what is the value of it in the external world. That may not be necessary to do it. Yeah. Suppose that maybe at some time your sister was not being able to, manage herself, and you called her and she is staying in your home and you are just like normally feeding that. This is not, you are not giving anything, but you are creating that loving, safe environment for her as part of your duty, that experience. You need not to give like 5-star treatment to this kind of all your close relatives. But at the time of need, you have given them the support, moral support, and that, physical security and things like that. So that way you are creating that. So it doesn't matter exactly how much the money value is involved and things like that. So in this case, you can say that your intention matters. So in that sense, you cannot say that it is your debt. It is debt only comes if it is a transactional. This is Of course, there will be something transaction is happening, but it is giving as a part of, I mean, if you are lovingly giving somebody something, that is not a transaction. Same way, it doesn't matter what you are giving, what is the value. Just to understand this point, suppose again, say brother-sister relationships, suppose some person, given to the sister maybe a diamond necklace, yeah, but giving with the intention of somehow to disown her from the family property. Yeah? That value is very valuable, but there is an intention, there is a game plan of all this thing is there. On the other part, maybe that the brother is giving the sister, brother may got to some place and some, say maybe fair, that what is called Mela. Found something very, not a gold, nothing to do with the gold, very maybe the bead necklace looks good. He thought, think of her and brought it, and maybe cost very, my minimum cost, and bought it and give it to her. No intention, I mean, no expectation in return and same thing. Now, this way, intention was the second case, the value is much less, but it will give you much greater experience than the first one. Even the value is huge, the gold necklace. Yeah. So here the experience-wise, the value of the second case is much higher. You don't have to lay a lot of payment and spend a lot of money to get this kind of experiences. And this way this multiplies if for the loving relationships. They give each other the good experience. The experience of satisfaction, love, care, and all those things that can be shared, and that becomes a experience of both. And that is how the family, the relations, and other things it should be. That is the thing. There is no such thing in that sense called debt. That's what I'm saying. That in the first case, maybe that even though giving the huge amount, the sister has not created any debt. Because it is given with the intention somehow I will manipulate my family property. That's what the brother thought. Yeah. So even though that value will not create any debt, and for the sister's part of view, but from the brother's point of view, huge amount of karma has been created. Even though actually he pays something in that instant from his pocket, but still he will bind karma. And the next case, it is a karma-free activity. It is just a loving gesture, and both they enriched with their experience. It's a little bit complex to understand because we are not used to get this kind of things. But these kind of experiences are much more enriching from the soul's point of view, and from karmic point of view than karma yoga point of view. These are highly karma yoga related event, but our first one is definitely not. In fact, it is a karmic account creating event, even though a lot of money has been spent. Okay, all right. Ganesh, that answer your question?
Yeah, Guruji. Yeah, Guruji.
No issues.
Yeah. Next follow-up question will be little detail. We are going. So, example. Son or daughter, like parents, grandparents relationship, taking care of them. Parents give education, care, all sort of comfort to the kid. So, so will this bind a karma? If yes, and if it binds, how to settle to the parents?
Okay. No. See, these will not. As long as the parents are everybody is doing their duty. There is no question of binding karma. Because they're doing their duty, that also at the best of their ability and capacity. They may not be doing what is exactly on the best thing is needed. But again, here the intention matters. If the parents play the role, whatever possible they're doing for their children, that's good enough. Same with the children also. If they're doing their own study and all those things, and they are at least obeying what their parents are saying for the best interest of the family, etc. If they're playing that role, not rebellious, not tantrum throwing here and there and all this kind of stuff, then they are also doing well. So in that case, both the things and the children and the parents get benefited out of the things, and that's it. Both of them will be enriched by their karma yoga. So, and they will be eligible for the next thing, like next level of their evolution, their own path, because ultimately the getting enlightened and living this planet Earth, that is the ultimate goal of all individual human beings, no matter what role they are playing, which lifetime they are, etc., etc. Ultimately, they have to walk the path. So anything like helping towards that goal, and that will be beneficial, the good experiences for both the parties. So, but based on their own capacity and all, they have to do. Their intention should be pure. Maybe the father is very poor; they cannot afford certain things. Maybe may not be put, say, my daughter in the very good school, etc. Doesn't matter. But whatever their earning capacity, with that capacity, if their intention is to teach and guide whatever possible way, then father is doing his duty. So that same way, how best school and how much actually they got it, and if anybody else could have been done better, it doesn't matter. As long as the intention is pure. So intention matters here. Dipendu, you raised your hands earlier. So you have any question? Dipendu?
Yes. Are you? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible now.
Good evening, everybody. Namaskar. The thing is, one of my friend, he is both husband and wife. They have adopted a child.
Yeah.
And you won't imagine he's one of your junior from your college only, but 3-4 years junior. You may not know him. After this adoption, and this adoption took place somewhere from Bombay and all, and they are now presently in Hyderabad. He is having a fantastic rise both in career as well as, so me with another friend, we discussed that, as he has adopted, so definitely it is a good karma. And maybe that is the thing. So regarding this, I want to have your
view. Okay. Yeah. All right. See, even though some of the child is adopted, but that is also as a part of the soul's plan. The plan that they will not be the biological child, but at a certain stage of the life, they will enter into their life through this way. And when a new person joins the family, the whole the energy of the family shifts. In this case, it is shifted for the better. It's a very good. So basically, all of maybe I'm almost certain they have their past lives. Maybe that time they are actual children or things, and child or something like that. So all the good karma of that life, they brought it here. Maybe this lifetime, the parents were the challenge to find him out and get into their family. So that effort the parent need to take so that they get in, and then they actually start giving the fruits of maybe the past lives of whatever they did earlier lives. So that is coming into play. So this is quite common, and that is good. Only what my advice in this case should be, you should be able to accept in both ways. Means when a child has come, adopted, and now good things are happening, it is possible the one phase will come, it will little go down. Ups and downs may be there. That time you should not curse this child. Yeah? And so you have to, it is good to appreciate when good things are happening at the same spirit. If that the parents are also accepted in case something not going well as per their desire, that time also they accept that they don't consider it is this bad thing also happening for that same, or we would have avoided it if it is these things. This kind of thinking, this kind of background ruin the whole thing. Yeah. So all lies in accept unconditionally. Yeah. If it is conditionally accepted, and then they live their life jointly together in ups and downs, then end of it, all parties involved, they come out so-called victorious from soul point of view. Okay, so this is my view on this issue. But it is not an accident. It is also planned by the soul. And so all three of them, both the parents and the child. Okay, Dibyendu?
Thank you, Guruji. The next question is, related to the same relationship only. Like when parents get old, whether grandfather or grandmother, they are debt to, son and daughter, they have to, in the old age, they're forced to develop a dependency to son or daughter or someone to take care of them, right? Like when we are kids, when they get old, they are bound to take care by somebody. So will it also bind karma? If it yes, then how to settle the same?
Okay, Ganesh, your voice, I cannot hear it clearly. Is it there anything can be done? Can you repeat by coming close to microphone or something?
Am I audible, Guruji?
Yeah, now it is better. Yes, it is better. Yeah.
Now better. Yeah. So what the another question is, when the parents are getting old, they become a grandparents, and they develop a dependency to their son or daughter or one or other way to take care of them, right? So will it also bind karma? If it is, then how to settle the same?
Okay, the karma of whom? The children or the parents?
Parents, grandparents, because they become dependable, right?
Oh, no, that's not. See, let us put it this way. See, anything happens naturally, natural process.
Natural process, okay.
It will not bind karma. Okay. If you, because of age, you become incapacitated, or means you've not been able to do certain things, not be able to work, not be able to earn, and you become dependent on somebody for your normal. Somebody has to, provide you food and shelter and clothing and things like that. That way, it is designed that way. So it will not bind any karma of both the parties. Yeah. So neither children nor the parents or so-called grandparents. Yeah? However, there is a catch in here. Suppose there is some vested interest of somebody, both sides. Maybe the grandparent or somebody, they do have an option. They could have, they could have stayed at their home, and they do have a home and thing like that. They could have stayed there, but they don't want to do that. They come here and staying somebody's, their family or the children's home, even though they are capable, like they can move, they can, eat and all those kind of things. But they do have a home, but they give it on rent, and they're coming and sitting and saying that it is their duty. They have to take care of us. We have taken care of them. Why not? As a strategy, as a policy, if they do that, they will bind karma. Okay. But if it happens naturally, they don't have any other option, or they come with some agreement of all the parties involved and they're enjoying their stay, that is absolutely fine. So again, here the intention of the parties involved matters. Maybe happening is the same thing. They are staying in the children's house, but one case, they will bind karma because they are using it as a tool to somehow, demanding something out of it, out of that relationship. Another way, they are just living and with a full agreement and enjoying the stay. So even the event is same, but karmic wise, it is hell and heaven difference. Yeah. So all these things has to be taken into account.
Understood. Thank you.
Okay.
The next question is outside family relationship, like friends or whatever our ecosystem, where we get loves and care, give loves and care, where we get a guidance and be in hardship, we are getting their help and etc. So will it also part of bind a karma? If yes, then how to settle it with outside family friends?
See, let us suppose now I'm talking about the friend, means we choose it. We have option to go out and come in. It is not by birth. Okay. So friend fall into that category because we can choose the friend. After taking birth, we cannot choose the family. It is already there. If somebody is my parents, they're lifelong parents, brothers and sisters. In this lifetime, I cannot change it. It is fixed. Yeah. I may not keep in touch with them, but the fact remains I cannot change the designation, whatever. But in the friends, we choose our friends, and then with the connection, disconnection, all the behavior we choose. So here our responsibility levels are much higher. Now in this case, all the friendship, etc. Yes, these are also decided at the soul level, but here you have a choice. Just if you are not getting well with some friend, you can quit. You can just don't continue and create more like a bad relationship and getting more into the karma. So this is the advantage we have. Yeah. See how you see that which will be beneficial and which will be not. So anybody comes into your lifetime, then you independently take an assessment that this connection, that friendship, adding or subtracting to your goal. Means your goal means you get enlightened or finally end of it. So you don't, of course, you have to finish all your karmic debt and things like that. If that friendship, that acquaintance help you to achieve that your goal of minimizing karma, settling karma, or developing yourself spiritually and maintaining your peace of mind. Before going to the spiritual domain, or what I teach is that if you have a choice, the right thing to do and your peace of mind, always you choose your peace of mind. Because that is most valuable treasure. If you have a very right thing to do, or you maybe wanted to be, top of the society, but you lose your peace of mind, you cannot sleep properly and all that, it doesn't worth it. Even though no matter how much you accumulate and things like that. So you judge your friendship, doesn't matter what the other party is saying, doing, and whatever it is, but this connection, whether it is helping you to achieve your goal or not. Then if it answer is yes, then that person, that particular friendship is in the territory where it can be, you can go with the mutually beneficial thing, like the friendship is worth it. And the second one, if happens that you have to, it will drag you down from your own goal, your own path, pushing you towards more selfishness or like anything which is not ethical or something of that nature, that friendship will not be ultimately good for you. So that even though on face value of it, that person didn't harm you, but it is your choice determines what will be the outcome. So if you keep the bad company, you become the so-called bad, and if you feel the good company, you become the good yourself. Same here. So that angle, if you see, then you can come to a conclusion that which one will be your friendship is enriching you and which friendships are depleting you. Maybe in the practical level, when you come, you see whatever actually depleting you from that may be most rewarding friendship you have. That friendship may just asking you and taking you to the bar and every evening, and you are enjoying life, so-called. Yeah. But from that angle, that friend is spending for you, but you are all those kind of things, but they are taking you much, much away from your own goal of whatever you come here for. You have to take another life to settle that first, repay everything. And then you have to coming back to the neutral, then before you go to the other direction. Yeah. So anyway, the friends in this case, as we have an option to choose, then our implications are much less, because we just simply, if something is not happening, we can just disconnect and drop that friendship. And if something is doing well, and it is also helping to achieve our own individual goals. So that is better. Wonderful relationship happens if both of them are enriching. They're helping each other in not materialistic way, helping each other achieving their own goal of life. That is fantastic. That is the best thing, is possible out of any friendship. So that is the way it is enriching friendship, and that's how, even though that in the lower level they are not friends and families, they become a much more than that. Yeah? So that true friend, or they help each other to achieve the goal of life, whatever ultimately going beyond that karma and the materialistic things. Achieving goal both ways, it is possible. Yeah. So, and friends, the Chanakya slok, Chanakya given a very good slok on that. Chanakya, one of the Chanakya slok mentions, Utsave Vyasane Chaiva Durvikhe Rashtra Biplave Rajudvare Swashane Cha Jastishtati Shabandhava. Let me give one word. Utsave, party, and all this enjoying. Vyasane, like luxury. So if you are who present in the festivals and the celebrations and the luxuries, Chaiba and Durvikhe, when there is a famine or money lost, job lost property, we can begging, Durvikha. Durvikhe, Utsava Vyasana Chaiva Durvikhe, Rashtra Biplave, when there is what is called protest going on everywhere in the country against the king, or there is something is there. So people are uniting to defend the injustice of the government on the king. The person who is next to you, Rashtra Biplave, Rajadare, means in the court. If you have been, because of any reason, you have to be dragged to the court and you have to face the justice and all. Even in the courtroom, during the process of justice, that person is there. Rajadare, Rashtra Rajadare, Shashanecha, even after death, who attends the cremation and your cremation, or if somebody is your loved near and dear one's cremation. If they stay in all the phases with you, sa bandhava, that person is your friend. Means it is not a friend of convenience. It is a friend for life. So all phases of life, ups and downs, if that person is with you, that is the truly genuine friend. They go much beyond that, who said what and who give what and things like that, because they are with you no matter, all good times and bad times. So this is also one of the Chanakya slok, famous slok of Chanakya. Anyway, okay, next.
My last question, Guruji. We live in society, to live in social ecosystem. One or another way, we develop dependence on someone or system. It's a general how to look at the karma angle. Will it bind karma, or how to settle the same?
Okay. In general, I'm saying, if you see karma, you will bind if there is an imbalance in energy. Just simply you are receiving something, giving something, or saying something will not bind karma. That's why to understand that the intention matters. I may be saying something, giving something, doing something, but what is my intention? If my intention is pure, then no matter what I will do, I will not bind karma. But at the same time, like I'm just manipulating someone, maybe I'm not physically or verbally abusing someone, but I am manipulating, make sure that person is punished or they feel the hate, then I will bind karma. Even though I didn't say anything or even I do anything. Because I am the mastermind behind creating some trouble for some other person, so that I don't have any right to. Yeah. And even to the extent that the person is, did something wrong and the person deserves it. Yeah. Deserve a punishment. But only thing is, I'm not the person who will give the punishment. Who am I to give punishment to anyone? Yeah. Who has given me that authority? So if you take the life from this angle, it will be very clear. So you can disconnect and, isolate yourself from that situation, but you are not to make the things right, to punish someone and all those kind of things. The moment you do it, you will bind karma. No matter what other person did and what other person deserves. So that's why I also say that don't, in higher level, the understanding is don't play God. You are not God. It is not your duty to straighten someone else or somebody else or make injustice corrected. You protect yourself, help others to protect themselves, but it is not your duty to correct all the wrongs in the world. So that way, we have to don't play God. So it is not your duty to make even in the family, in all the families are mixed bag, goods and bads together. It is not your duty to make all the bad to good. Of course, you will try, you will give a proposal or something like that, but you have no right to enforce. Everybody has a free will. Their souls are involved there. There is always a divine justice. If somebody has done wrong, they will get their karmic thing back. But it is not you who need to do it. Let the divine do its job. So the divine justice is always there. What you can do, if you face injustice, something is unjustified, but you are punished without any fault of yours, you pray for divine justice. Pray for your own protection, pray for divine justice. But giving punishment to others is none of your business. Yeah. That's where the many people, they dragged into unnecessary karmas in their lives. When, again, Mahatma Gandhi told, if somebody slaps you in one cheek, put the other one in front. Is it stupid? Why? If somebody slapped me, I will make another slap, much stronger. This attitude gets you into karma. Whether the other attitude is, this other attitude is not possible from an ego. Ego cannot do that. But whoever has gone beyond ego, who doesn't operate from ego, only that person can do that. Because energetically, this person who is putting the, dusra gaal bhi aage karta hai na, that person will be spiritually or energetically much higher position. Why? Because if somebody slapped you, there are two things can happen. One is maybe you slapped earlier, maybe another lifetime, that is a repay time. So that account is closed. You getting slapped, but account closed. Second is, there is no past karma. This happened for the first time. It is atrocity. It is somebody has intentionally did it. So that means that person will bind karma because doing it. If you slap it back, if it is not equal and opposite, the balance of energy will bind you karma. And you don't know what is exactly energetically opposite to it. So better, if you can take it, then that person will bind the karma, and they will definitely, it's not possible to get away with it. They will definitely get the punishment from the divine. As you are not the actor into the punishment, you will not bind any karma. You just pray that let the divine justice happen. So that's it. All right.
Thanks a lot, Guruji. This ends my questions. Thank you. Much love.
Okay. God bless you. Okay. So it is a huge topic. So let me just say, I will come to you, Hariom. Let me say what will be the strategy of living in the family. Yeah. There are few key things. If you follow, then you will be fine. First one I just mentioned a little earlier. If you have a right thing to do and your peace of mind, you always choose your peace of mind. It is not you who have to make things right. As I just explained last few minutes, it is not your duty. So in the process, don't unnecessarily get into the arguments and confrontation in the name of making wrong things right. It is not your duty. Just leave it there. So that is number one. Second thing, what you can do, in Alcoholic Anonymous, I used to go a long time back, and they have been teaching one principle, and that is so nice principle, and it's a spiritual principle, but it is applicable for all phases of life. What is that principle? The principle is accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can, and wisdom to know the difference. Three things. What is the first one? Accept the things you cannot change. It's applicable for any life. Many things are happening around us. If you see that you cannot change it, suppose the glass is here obstructing my face, I'm not happy about it. So then I put it here, glass there. So my obstruction has been removed. So in this case, I can do the necessary change because it is obstructing here. I have a capacity and I am the owner of this bottle. So I can shift it. So I did it. Matter over. But suppose I didn't like that wall. There may be some mountains and the birds are flying here and there and all those kind of things. Can I change that? I cannot. Better I accept the wall as it is, because I don't have the capacity to convert it into the nice mountains and the breeze and the birds are chirping there, that background. I'm not capable right now. Or particularly this wall changing, I cannot do that. So I have to accept the wall as it is, the way it is, the color of it, and where the backside of it, etc., etc. I have to accept it. So that is what the principle is. If you extend it, and three things. First is accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can. It is everything under my control, so I can change it. In my experience of that, what I realized is you cannot change others. Only thing you can do, you can change yourself. This bottle, I changed it because it's all 100% it belong to me. That's why I'm able to change it. Like my hand, I can shift it here, I can shift it there. That I can do. Only that is my domain, and I can 100% it is under my control. So I'm having courage to do that. I cannot withstand something what can easily change it. So accept the things you cannot change, like the world. Courage to change the things I can. If I'm not happy about the position of the bottle, just shift the bottle, because everything is under my control. You can do that. Courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. What does that mean? Means if something I can change, but I'm not doing it, I'm not shifting the bottle, I'm just started abusing the bottle. Why you are in front of me? You don't know I'm talking, you are creating disturbance in me and all this. Even if I say 100 words, nothing will happen. Because I'm not using my power to shift it. Leave it there. Finish. So that's how it is. So if I can shift something, but I'm not doing it, rather than I'm abusing it, I'm blaming 100 people because of the situation, then it will not change. My experience will change. I will have a very negative experience of life. Same thing. if something, accept the things you cannot change. The wall cannot be changed now. Okay, now even from years it cannot be changed. It will remain like that. I don't own this house. I don't build the wall, and I'm just living here. Yeah. So I have no capacity to break it or bring and forget about that. I cannot bring a mountain here, even though I break it. Okay. So in that case, what will be the wise thing to do? Accept it and make best use of it. I say, okay, no, it's a good background. I can in the background I can talk. You can see me with this background. What's wrong with the background? Why I need to bring a mountain in this place? Accept. Make best use of it. So by best use of it, by using it as a background of my speech, by making it what I am doing is, my wisdom is telling, don't unnecessarily fight to change it. This is not at all important. Make the best use of the world. Finish. That is wisdom. So not to pursue something you don't like. If it cannot change, make it what is the best possible use of the world. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So just by understanding that something can be changed, something cannot. If something cannot be changed, you accept it and make best use of it. And that is your wisdom. Whatever these three things I just explained, apply this policy in your family. Okay. Accept the things you cannot change. Courage to change the things you can. Most likely what is absolutely in your hand, 100%, not even shared. You can change it, you do it. And wisdom to know the difference. And be aware, not creating any issue in the family itself, it's a blessing. Experience the blessing. Whatever change you are looking for, you even don't know that after doing that change also, you will be happy or not. That is the truth. Suppose many, my friend circle or many group members or my Guru Bhai Bahan and all those things, they come. Most of their issue is about their children. Maybe their daughter meeting with one boy they don't like, they don't approve. Okay, whatever be the reason. So that they think, no, that's our children should follow, follow me and what we are do it and all those kind of things. Then I tell them, okay, suppose your daughter comes and says, okay, I leave my boyfriend. I say, okay, fine. As you are saying, whatever be the reason, you find me one match for me and I am ready to marry that person, that boy. You arrange. 100% yours. I'll be a good girl and marry to whom. I said, if your daughter tells you that, and after that the marriage happens, can you give guarantee that boy will not have any problem? If you cannot give the guarantee, then better to accept whatever your daughter has selected someone. It is her life, not yours. It is your ego is telling that your children have to follow you or your choices. Why? Because you think you have seen the life. That is also ego. Whatever life you have seen, at some point or other, whatever life experiences, all will be proven wrong sometime. Maybe those are the time you have to look for the spirituality, for the answers, which is permanent, which will not change over time. But in our lifetimes, one of the famous Bengali singer was there, Hemant Kumar, and he's actually Hemanto Mukherjee. He has a very famous Bengali song, Hishab milate giye dekhi phul shabi phul. When I start taking into account of my life, I realized all my accounts and things are ultimately wrong. This happens to all of us at some point of time. whatever the accounts we started with, whatever the intention we started with, some point of time we fail. When we come to the spirituality, only then we understand that is by design. Life is teaching us. We are not controlling life. We have some misunderstanding that we are controlling life. We are best out of it. We win everywhere and all. If we win so much in the beginning, then when fall comes, it will harder. If somebody has mixed experiences from life, even some failure comes, they accept it because he said, I have seen this kind of failure also. But if somebody has they never failed in anything, and every time they win and win, then finally when that one small step back comes, they cannot withstand it. Their ego don't permit it. That becomes exaggerated, and that becomes their downfall altogether. And whoever is fighting ups and downs and all, they are fine. They say, yes, I didn't get everything I wanted, but whatever I got it, I'm fine. Or better is if they go into ultimate spiritual thing, which is the truth, that everything is divine plan. How much I will get and all, everything, all are divine. So, and then I don't expect, results. If it comes, I'll appreciate. If it doesn't come, I'll accept it. Like Mahafalashu Kadachana. So then you go beyond results. Your life changes by dimension. Your success and failure doesn't control you. Good and bad doesn't control you. Success and failure doesn't control you. You're not much beyond. And that is the spiritual state. That is what we come here to learn. To go to that level, our life pushes us into that. So first you're giving a lot of benefits, and then it start taking it out. And sometimes I give an analogy of Ferris wheel. Electric wheel, you started journey somewhere in the life. Initially, it will go up. And you say, oh, I'm going up, wow. Yeah. So, and ultimately, one point, it will go on the top. You say, I'm the top of the world. Wow. Then it coming down. You say, oh, somebody is above me. Why there? I was there, and all this, we are shouting and all those things. And, then again, dragging you down further. So, and sometimes, oh my goodness, I'm falling down. There is why I'm going down, etc. No matter how you shout, it will take you. If you cannot accept that second part of the journey, you've seen as a failure. But all of our life will take it that. It is called Sifar. The journey is always a cycle. Where we started at the time of birth, at the time of death, we have to exit from the same point. The platform is same. Whether you're sitting into the Ferris wheel and coming out of the Ferris wheel, the same platform. Same 0 point. So this part needs understanding and acceptance. Whoever done is willingly, they become master. They voluntarily leave them. Take it. It was never mine. I got it in this world. I give it before I leave this place. I will give it back. They are giving back. Without any apparent reason. There may not be any profit or name or anything. Just they give back because they understood the purpose of life. And this giving back, what I'm saying is, if you apply in your relationship, I was earlier mentioned, purpose of relationship, it's an opportunity to give, not to take. If it comes, you appreciate. If it doesn't come, it's okay. If you learn how to give, that satisfies your relationship lesson on planet Earth. Okay? All right. Hari Om.
Guruji, Pranam.
Yeah, Pranam.
Guruji, this is regarding a old custom, you can say, where the daughter or sister, you never used to take anything from them.
Okay. Padaya dhan.
It's like when we were children, it used to be like Kanyadan. So your daughter once given, and nothing used to be taken from them. So now, being since the only child, at times the cremation is being done by the girls only, if the boy is not there, can the families. So what I wanted to understand was, what is the relation in kind of a debt in this case? Because in the modern society, Is it creating any debt, or the earlier system or belief was wrong?
No, these are all, varies from culture to culture and time to time. In historical period, if you see, it changed many times. Okay.
Hanji.
That means these are not something which is based on some fundamentals. Okay.
Hanji.
This is because of the social norms and all, where it is treated as that, the women are not equal to men and things like that. So they treated differently. So wherever this kind of treatment has come, any culture, that is not dependent on the truth.
Okay.
And definitely not dependent on the soul level. In spiritual level, see, whether somebody has born a man or a woman, the soul decides. We have many lifetimes, our own lifetimes, we are born as a woman many times.
Correct.
I was a small girl in Bengal. I was a Christian nun. Many, women in the woman body life. And soul itself doesn't have any gender. So in that, if something is depend on which gender the person belongs, it is nothing to do with the truth. It is with choice. It is a role we accept to play. That is the right spiritual understanding. Maybe that role, with clear understanding, that role will not have XYZ something in the externally, and they will have some privilege in the other kind of thing. That is a different issue. Yeah. If soul wants to experience a childbirth, then definitely that soul has to take as a mother. Yeah. So to experience that. But it is nothing to do with how much property will give and this and that, and it has nothing to do with that. And if you see exactly what happened, so some there are many what is called the women. They are much richer than many men, and vice versa. Both are equally true. So that proves that it is not something which is based on any kind of truth. There is absolutely no truth in that. Okay, so there is no such date or not to date, but what my personal view I'm saying, if you have born in a certain society, certain family, certain culture, you honor that culture. Okay. If you see there is injustice, you don't follow that, but you need not to correct that, because you will create a lot of enemy. So if you go talk about the truth against the popular notion, that you will be victimized. Even Jesus Christ was crucified and killed, no?
Correct.
Okay, so in that way, it is foolish idea to just correct somebody. They are ignorant about many things. Just be silent. Be aware, but be silent.
Secondly, Guruji, regarding the toxic relationships with your relatives, best thing is to wear the protection shield, and whenever we meet them, or
yes,
is there any other?
Yeah, protect yourself, because earlier I was telling that you just assess that particular relationship. It is helping you to achieve your goal in the human body, ultimately spiritual goal or not. If any relationship, even the close relationship, brother, sister, all those kind of things, your spouse or in-laws, whoever it is, yeah, if they are not helping you to achieve that, better to distance yourself from that. When you meet them, as you said, you create some shield, so energetically you don't get disturbed, or you don't fall into the trap.
Correct.
Okay, so that you need to avoid. So like in what should I say, in my life, my own brother didn't meet my mother for last 12 years. Even he didn't come for my mother's what is called cremation and the Shraddh ceremony also. So, and he is taking my father's property and sitting there and not willing to give it to anybody else. It is ancestral property, in what mother and myself all are equally.
Understood.
Okay, now
Correct.
If you see what is the right thing to do, the fight, and maybe we'll, make a court case, make him at least vacate the half portion, or do some kind of punishment why he didn't take care of my mother, etc. Okay. This is the right thing to do, no? Because that's what he got. What else, as a son, somebody can do? But my brother, in this life, I cannot deny that he is not my brother. He is, yeah, and remains so in the next of my life. So what I am teaching, I'm saying one path is the right thing to do, another your peace of mind.
Right.
I let go. I let him take it. Let him not to come. Let him do whatever it is. He bind huge karma. On top of it, curse. I will not do anything. It is not me to punish. I'm just giving lecture in the family, and in my family, if I go and do it, then what? I'm not living the whatever, lecture I'm giving, right? Up to this much. I let go my father's property, let go that thing, and I will not say any single thing. I have no interest to tell him anything or threat him with anything. No need. Okay. He will face his own consequences. And these things will happen. And what is the matra rin is called, no? That mother's repayment, he need to repay. And I was just, I'm communicating with my mother and everybody. I'm just telling, just for your, just for information. I'm not missing her. I'm fine, and I'm good that till her end, I'm able to do my duty as son. And same with my father. No matter, I didn't get anything from my father, and the property that my brother is taking, but I'm fine. I have no. Babaji has given me many things. I don't need that. But now I'm just giving you what kind of thing can happen. Yeah. So you just energetically disconnect. You protect yourself. Don't allow that person to mess with you. Yeah.
Correct.
So that's it. But what will happen is everybody will get their own. Divine justice is there. Yeah? When I see in this particular case, just for your information, I'm saying it's a live case and recently happened. No. So I'm just saying. Yeah. So what I see is that my brother will get whatever my mother's disease is, yeah, all will be transferred to him with a multiplication. My mother was last stage of asthma. She cannot breathe, and oxygen has to give and all those things. My father has a blood cancer. Yeah, all are coming. And not only whatever the years he didn't take care, whatever the money he saved in that sense, minimum 3 times of money he need to spend on himself just to survive. Okay, anyway, so this is coming. I need not to do anything. That's what I'm saying. Let the divine justice happen. Okay, because I'm in awareness, I can communicate. I know that this is going to happen, but I'm not going to tell him about that. He has not asked about it. Anyway, but I know that I haven't asked for it, neither I prayed that some bad thing should happen to that. No, it's not my business. My karmic thing is over. There is no life left. Okay. Why should I create something and drag another lifetime to settle those? No need. No, okay. Anyway, so these are the kind of, even the close things, you need to protect yourself energetically. And let the divine justice will definitely happen. And if you're aware, if you're spiritually evolved, you will be able to see it happening. And what is going to happen, how this is thing. Just like I shared with you my case so that you see the unheard side of the story as well. Okay. Everything is clear. Everything. Divine justice is fantastic. It will definitely happen. And I know it will definitely happen. Yeah. But I cannot do anything else. And this is not the time for me to do anything else. Just we'll see, we'll witness the things. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Guruji. Very detailed explanation. Thank you so much.
Okay. God bless you. Okay, Nego. After that, Dibendu, I'm coming to you. Yes, Nego, go ahead.
Yeah, Rajdeep, this is regarding that karmic relationship in relation to my friends. Okay, in relation to the dealings with my friends. Say, for example, some of my friends has gone out of his way and has helped me tremendously in monetary terms or in other terms also. So, do I bind any karma towards him?
What you mentioned, friends? Friend.
Yeah, say some
Friend.
of my friend has gone out
Okay.
of his way and helped me tremendously, be it
Okay.
monetarily or any other.
No, that's fine. See, in this case, to answer to one short of question, you didn't bind any karma because you didn't do extortion. It is a gift. You received a gift. Okay, so that is absolutely fine. Earlier, I was mentioning if somebody is willingly, happily giving you something, you have to accept gracefully. See, this is also part of the teaching camp. Earlier, I was also having some reservation in receiving anything from anyone. I'm very, happy to give, but when it comes to getting a return, I was very reserved. I'm trying to avoid and something like that, and many other things. Whoever has been seeing from the years, they know. Even for the Guru Dakshina and all, I was saying that you donated some charity and all those kind of things, and things like that. Shupriya, you are here.
Yeah.
Shupriya.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm here. Auntie.
Shupriya, first, I think it is 2017 or something. You insisted that without Guru Dakshina, no Shikha is complete and things like that. Then what did I say that time?
Yeah, so you said that you can either donate it to somebody who needs or give it to the temple.
Yeah, I said if you feel that you're still not comfortable, then you give it in my name and take a receipt in my name. Donate it to some charity, or isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Because I was not having I was not comfortable of receiving these things. But then after a certain time that from Babaji's instruction came, this is also part of the learning I have to do. I need to accept it gracefully. Yeah. It is like the way we expect the divine will give me something. So the divine's representative, if it comes as a friend or something, because divine cannot give you the physical thing right away. It will be through somebody. And those through somebody is you can treat them as your divine representative. If some friend helped you and the friend doesn't have any agenda, you didn't demand it. Okay. That consider it as this is how the divine is sending you. That friend become a channel. That's it. Only you accept it gracefully and love and gratitude, and that is what you do. And you don't bind any further karma. Okay, don't take that you have to return and all. Maybe some time we get some through somebody, you give return to somebody else. That person may not need it. Okay. You return to somebody else, you come to know that situation will definitely arise that somebody else is needing some kind of help or something, you help that. That way, you are in the flow, you are in the process, you are in the cycle. So that absolutely will not bind any karma. But saying so, all depends upon intention. Any one of these parties, if the intention is not proper, they are maybe giving you with some hidden agenda, to some selfish motives and something like that. Then whoever is holding that, they will get karma. Transaction will remain the same, but they will bind definitely karma. That will be there. Okay. All right. Okay. Dibbendu.
Yeah, hi. Regarding, I'm not talking about the close relations. Now, coming to our society, whether it is a small society where you live in your complex or whether it is in the larger society, sometimes what happens, there is okay, I give this example. Like in our Hindu society, there used to be a Sati Daho. There used to be, Bidhwa, that is the widow. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, you have read it in History of Bengal,
Yes.
how he fought and he, these social reforms like Vidova Vibaho, and it was confirmed with an act. And then, like Sati Daho was stopped by, it started with Raja Ram Mohan Roy, and then like that. So these are social reforms. But sometimes, in society, so many bad things happens. Recently in Calcutta, a doctor was killed, whatever it is. I'm not going into that subject. But these reforms, we should always try to do, na? We cannot leave it always. What is the thing?
Okay. Well, let me give you an answer in two parts. If everything is 100% your control, then you have the courage to change the things you can. Yeah, it comes in the part of that. But if it is beyond your capacity and nothing is in your control, you are just shouting, that will not make any difference, right? Yeah. In that case, you have to accept it. Because you cannot change it. You can accept it. So that's how you have to play whatever comes in front of you. Now let me go to the social causes. Yeah. Always you can express your view about the social causes. But in the history, if you see, this kind of causes that which makes people emotional. Then many political parties, they come, they can utilize that common sentiment, get what that the particular party want, but the problem doesn't get solved. Yeah. The example you have given, Vidyasagar Ram Mohan Roy, that is a different, because they did make the change. But here we have seen that many things, when their purpose is over, they disappear. Okay. So this you will again feel that you are used again, by somebody has used the issue and all those kind of things, and then they used it into their advantage for their own the purpose and agenda. It's happened in the history many times, even in the recent history also many times it happens. Yeah. Not only here, it happened in the Delhi also in the earlier, that many people supported somebody because they are truly saying that very high moral ground and the things and the kind of thing, but ultimately found out to be they are not the right thing to do. They didn't have the when they got the power to change something, then they used it in their advantage. Same everywhere. So what I'm saying is that you do have something. It is always important to raise the consciousness, but don't unnecessarily fall prey into all these kind of things. Yeah. If it is beyond your control, then what you can do, you pray. You pray to the divine so that these kind of social evil and things like that, they get corrected. They will surely happen. But don't go into the path of where you can get utilized by somebody else or some group or something of that nature. Yeah. So that is the thing. It is definitely injustice, yes. So, and whether you can accept means don't be foolish to go and do something and take revenge on somebody, and maybe you will get killed. Nothing else will happen. So from that angle, I'm saying that it is not our duty to correct all the wrongs in the world. But yes, it is registered. It is something happened, tremendously wrong. Then we will be praying or maybe raising awareness, or at least to those, our own family members, you have to make them prepared, and maybe they can defend themselves, protect themselves and things like that. So those are the kind of things in this kind of situation, that is a kind of action we can take because it is under our control. That is the kind of change we can make. Okay.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
Okay. Vikas?
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
My question is, few months back, one of my uncle to whom I was very close expired. And since I was away, I could not go there, but I came to know that he has donated his body. So this act, how it will be looked upon spiritually, and what will be the what will happen to that soul? Because of course, all Shraddha and other things were done later on in a different way, since it was not a Daha Sanskar.
Okay. See, here, so these kind of things are coming from the free will. Whatever belongs to you, you can give it down to anyone. So in that case, that if he donated his body for a good cause, so it is a good thing. Yeah, it is not what I mean to say. Spiritually, it will not make very much difference. Means by donating the body, he cannot just treated as an enlightened. That no need to come back on planet Earth. It is not that. So, but it is a great donation from that point of view. And this will be very good karma, very good thing. And because particularly so if it helps somebody else, because the other people will get the organ and they can be benefited from it. They will bless him and things like that. Yeah. So in that case, it is a very good karma. But spiritual point of view, when you left the body, that it has to go back to Panchamahabhuta.
Yes.
Instead of that, is going at least to help someone. It is a good thing, in that sense. So, but spiritually, it will make any change. It depends upon their own sadhana. This act itself will not make huge difference into the, spiritual attainment point of view.
Okay. Right.
Okay, but it's definitely good karma, particularly so if it helped others. Some disease or somebody else, they can medically benefit and from the organ and all, it will be, no doubt it will be good for them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Guru.
All right. Okay. God bless you. All right. So if there is no further question. Yes, Shupriya, go ahead.
Yeah, I just had a question. Just when Vikas was saying this, it just came to my mind. So sorry for.
No, correct.
Yeah. So I was just saying that when people take decisions like that I donate, it will not be considered as playing God, is it?
No. Because you are not dictating to whom to give and how much to give, whether to charge the money or not. You are not. If you do that, then it is. It is something you're trying to control. But it is you are willing to donate which you no longer required. So it is just like a donation is not a karma thing, not playing God either.
Like the body, the typical traditional understanding is we have not created the body. The body was created by the divine, by nature, and then the body, the soul left the body, and the body decays. Right. That is the normal understanding. So by not letting it decay, and by giving it to, I may have a good intention in saying that so many people will benefit. I understand, but if I do that, it's not going against the laws of nature that it should decay.
No. I mean, if the law of nature doesn't accept it, then it will simply not happen. Okay. The other person will not get it. Something or other will happen. They will not get it. Okay. And eventually, it is just extending the time. The person, suppose there's a kidney, the person who is getting the kidney, that person will also die someday. It will eventually go to the earth. No?
Right.
There is no hurry in that sense. So by your act, there is something is added into it. So it is not playing God or anything of that nature.
Sure.
Yeah, but on the same thing, if you suppose, I'm just giving some bizarre example, I'm sure it will not happen, but somebody says, I will do suicide so that my body part, somebody else, that is completely against nature. Yeah, just to be great and thing like that. That is not what it is. It should have a natural, sequence and consequence. The person should be willing, whoever receiving person. So death also have a natural death, like normal medical or whatever death is, and those organs should be usable and all this kind of thing. Medically, it should be acceptable and things like that. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, Arti. Thank you.
God bless you. Yes, Ariom.
Guruji, this organ donation, the person who is receiving the organs, does he have to bear any consequences of our karma, the person who is donating?
No. Nothing to relate with karma. Because our organ doesn't store the karma. Karmas are on in causal body.
Hanji.
Our causal body. Fifth body.
Correct.
Yeah?
Fifth body.
Yeah.
Hanji.
So it doesn't stored into the organs. No? So karma will not be shifted there. No.
Okay.
And whether it is medically there is a disease, etc., then medical doctors will take care of that. If there is anything need to be done medically, but karma, absolutely no. Zero.
Okay.
No
Thank
karma.
you.
Karma shifting to the other person who is receiving it.
Thank you so much, Guru.
Okay. Indranilda?
Yes, on this, continuing on the matter of donation, actually. See, donation, to my mind, is something very noble. Okay, and it does not cost the person anything, okay, to donate. If that be the case, why do more people not do this kind of a act? What is the reason behind it?
That, I honestly, I don't speak for others, but let me put it in this way. Many people, they don't do it because they think that their body, ultimately their family members need to cremate as per the rituals, right? Family, the son has to do something and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, they think by donating it, they are depriving their family to do that ritual. That's why they don't.
Okay, so it is just an emotional.
They can donate because they don't use it. They're gone. Okay, they can do it.
Yes.
They think that by doing so, by donating even after death your body, you are not allowing your family to do their own rituals. What is normally done as per the culture, as per the religion. So that's why they feel they are somehow depriving their children of doing their right of doing rituals.
Okay. So mostly stemming from emotions, that means.
Yeah, it's a family thing. It is not really typically whether to help someone or not. So even in that case, some of them, they are seriously willing to donate. They take the permission of their children and family also to avoid this. With their permission, they give.
Okay.
So that is the one reason not everybody give.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Jayanto?
Hello.
Yes, Jayanto.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
This is regarding that point. I have seen many Brahmin avoid going to Sraddh because whatever the bad karma that person has done, and that Brahmin has to take the load of that. And so Brahmin will be affected by that. So just now you told that karma don't transfer to that person. Then how these two things, which one is correct?
What you just told, no? That is not the truth. Okay. They do. That they decide not to take, that is their wish and their free will. But by eating, karma will shift them. On any bad thing will shift them? No. There is spiritually, there is no truth in it. It doesn't
in Puran, there is some story. In Puran, there is some story about this.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they don't do. The Hindu
whatever. The Puran, whatever you are mentioning, that is also true Puran or not, you don't know. Somebody has written it.
Okay.
It is original Puran or not, you don't know. Somebody might have added just to have there. Many people have changed and played with it in the between to based on the to use it as a social norm and rules and regulation in the name of it. Okay, so what I'm that is a different discussion. But what I'm saying is it is not true that if you eat there, some of their karma will come. That is, factually not truth. It is not the truth. Maybe written somewhere, somebody is following some culture. Yeah, some culture, some religion may be there. Yeah, that may be there. But spiritually, there is no truth in it.
Karma is there in the causal body. And for that reason, it don't affect.
Yes. Your karma, whatever your karmic accounts are in the fifth body, causal body, it's all stored. When the next life comes, it comes down and gives that becomes sanchita karma and then gives pararabdha karma in the next life.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, okay. Yes, Shailaja?
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
I just want to know, like, self-defense does it bind karmic?
Yes, say it again. What is that?
Self-defense. If somebody is hitting, and if you self-defense to
no,
it back.
self-defense doesn't bind any karma.
Okay.
But it is only thing, again, like I have said, that intention matters, and it has to be truly self-defense. It is not in the name of self-defense you are manipulating.
Okay, Guruji, thank you.
You try to hit someone and most of the murder cases, they say it is the self-defense, the murderer has to kill others. Yeah? So that's what I'm saying. If it is truly self-defense, then there is no karma.
Okay.
Or something, not only self-defense, if unknowingly you do something. Suppose you're driving a car and somebody came in front of the car and you hit and died. You will not bind any karma because you didn't intend to kill that person.
Okay.
It accidentally came in front of it. You didn't see it. Truly, you didn't see it. You have no intention to run over that person, but it happened. You will not bind karma.
Okay, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji.
All right. Dipanita.
Pranam Rajdeep uncle. Thing is, sometimes if you are trying to be more aware of your thoughts, and in the process you are basically silent. Sometimes you don't meet the expectations of others around you who expect you to answer or say something or do something. In that situation, I think it goes back to your advice around choosing between the right thing to do and the peace of mind. But I just wanted to know in general, in terms of being silent, is that if that seems like what gives more peace of mind, is that always or generally the right thing to do, to stay silent?
That depends. What is your purpose and which situation you are doing? So if it is just you have a right to be silent and on your own, that is no issues there. Yeah. But like if you see something, maybe suppose, if I just giving some example, you see some scorpion has entered into the house. You saw it. You should tell others that there is a scorpion in the house. Be careful. Yeah. If you in this situation you don't say something, you will bind karma. You have seen it, you know it, you didn't inform others. But nothing happened. You just wanted to be quiet for some time. Then if it is a family or in office situation, if you are observing a certain, you need to concentrate on something or you need to meditate or something, like just inform others, I'll be busy in that time. Like in the office meeting, you say no disturb or something. They put it like some flag so that nobody rings that time. Similar way, it is better to inform. Let people aware that you are observing this way. So that nobody will actually do that. Yeah. But if somebody is asking questions, neither you inform them that you will observing silence, and you are not answering to that. So the other person will assume that you are avoiding them, and there is no good reason to avoid them. Yeah. So make it clear. Then this kind of misunderstanding will not happen.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. God bless you. Fine. So I think now all questions are answered. So we will have some Shanti part and we'll conclude our session for today. Oh. Sarvesham swastirbhavatu. Sarvesham shantirbhavatu. Sarvesham purnam bhavatu. Sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. Om Sarve bhavantu sukhino. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhave. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Mangalam.